So I grew up in Burlington and spent the majority of my life in Burlington. So I grew up um, primarily in East Burlington, and my mother finished school, and I was introduced to living on the other side of town, with West Burlington. I went to East Lawn School from kindergarten through fifth grade, and sixth grade through seventh grade, I went to Broadview, and then my whole world changed moving across town. And I went to school at Turntine, and the dynamics was very different. Majorly from a child standpoint, the biggest difference is I moved from honors classrooms where everybody looked like me until I was one of a few. And so that was a culture shock for me, as well as a culture shock for my schoolmates. I think by the time we graduated, we worked things out and we figured out how to all live and coexist in this place. But it was hard in the beginning. I felt like my schooling years, I spent a lot of time trying to prove that I was smart enough, that I was as smart. And so that was kind of like what most of the school years were like. I learned in school how to use my voice in school. In high school, I would say I became involved in student government, and I learned how important it is to be a part of those decision making things. But I also learned how to like use your voice to get what you want. We felt like at Williams High School, we didn't have a place, Black students. And so we fought really hard, me and several others in a group. And we chartered a club called the Abuswa Club. And that meant extended family. It wasn't just exclusively for Black students, because we had white students that were also in the organization, but it was for the purpose of African American heritage and culture, uplifting those. And so through that club, we were able to petition and follow the rules to get a Black history class. It was a social study elective. We spent probably about 2 years working on that, and we were able to get the Black history class. And then we had another issue, is that we had no one to teach it. And so we had to go out on our own to kind of recruit teachers that were willing to teach this course. And so we had a current teacher that was willing to. And I think then I learned the power of people power. And so it led me to being interested in, grassroots movements and things like that. And understanding that, like, we can challenge things. We don't have to accept things for how they are. Is the biggest plus is my children had much more choices. My children are Microsoft Office certified. They were able to take HOSA. They just had a wide range of things, and CTEC, that I didn't have available when I was a student. Um, Probably is a lack of diversity. It's still pretty much the same. It's changed a little bit, but it hasn't changed a whole lot. And that is something that hopefully I'm seeing ABSS now addressing that issue. And so that's something that's hopefully changing in the future. And so that kind of was my introduction to politics, I guess, without even realizing it was politics.